Hello everyone, I'm Eric Schmorris. Welcome back to Forza Horizon 2 Storm Island. Retro Hot Hatch. One weird thing I noticed about all of these races, they're all circuit races. Like, they're all laps. Which, is weird, because usually you have, like, one race, like, lap race, and then finish in the top 300, I couldn't even read that number, 199 times? Damn, alright. So, Retro Hot Hatch. Oh, God. So, I had a weird sleep schedule, like, this week. I mean, most of the nights were about normal. But, because, like, the Xbox sale, I bought Bully, which I have on PC, but to be fair, can't get achievements on PC. So I decided to get it. It was also an excuse just an excuse to play Bully again. Not that I really needed an excuse, but so what was that? Wednesday night. Oh, thank you. This is the perfect time to find out that my controller batteries are low while I'm in the middle of a race. I mean, the controller's not going to die for, like, a week anyway. But I was playing Bully Wednesday night, and it was one of those where it was like, oh, I really should quit and go to bed, but I really don't want to quit and go to bed. So I ended up not going to bed until, like, 1 in the morning. And then ended up waking up at 4:30 in the morning. Why? Because my body just said, fuck you, I don't want to sleep. Like, I woke up at 4:30, laid in bed for like another hour and a half or so, and then just said, well, fuck it, I'm clearly not going back to sleep, so I'm just gonna get up. And then this morning, or last night, I had one of those nights. Every once in a while, when I'm really tired, what I'll do, I'll be sitting here either on the computer or I'll either be on the computer or on you know, watching something on Twitch or YouTube or something like that. Next thing I know, I'll be waking up the next morning. Like, I get to that point where I'm just so tired that my body's just like, yeah, you're going to bed. I'm just gonna shut down your brain so that you don't fight the urge to go to sleep. I'm doing awful, by the way. Just so you know. My phone just went off, didn't it? Yes, it did. But yeah, my body was just like, yep, I'm gonna make you go to sleep. I don't care. So I don't remember going to bed last night. Woke up this morning and it was just my alarm just kept going off. I was like, yeah, I'm not getting up. I mean, I did end up getting up because I had to go to work, but it took a decent amount of time because I was just like, nope, this is not happening. Okay, so I suck at Hot Hatch off-road. If I could get second, I'd be fine, but I'm in, like, I have not been further in front than 5th. Do I need to lower the difficulty again?
Alright, you're better than this. Focus.
I fucking know I'm better than this. Shut up, Jonathan. Stop making fun of me. Alright. Oh, what? The difficulty got lowered on its own. How the hell did that happen? Guess I'm just gonna have to do this race with it on average difficulty. To be fair, probably still gonna not get first because I'm me. Getting first is not my MO. It is not what I do ever. I am mediocre. I am mediocre at games. Also mediocre at YouTubing, but people subscribe to me for some reason. And for some reason, people like watching the racing games. Because I noticed even like Forza and Need for Speed seem to be like the top 2 series that I'm doing, and it's like, why? Why? Especially Forza. Like Need for Speed, maybe I can understand. Especially since a lot of the people that are watching that are people that liked my Burnout series, which still don't understand why that was the most popular series. But this series, no idea why. I mean, mentally, I think I checked out after... Damn it. I mean, mentally, I think I checked out, like, after the main game. Actually, before the end of the main game. Then checked back in for the Horizon finale. And then started playing this, was like, oh, this is kind of fun. Then checked out after, like, a few episodes when I was like, wow, this is not as fun as I originally thought it was. Don't get me wrong, this is still fun. I'm still having fun playing it, but it's just one of those where the off-road races are fun in Forza. Doing nothing but off-road races, not as much fun. Especially when it's nothing but off-road races, but the cars that you're driving, the majority of them aren't built for off-road. Like when I did Storm Island, I thought, oh, it's gonna be all buggies, it's gonna be all this stuff, and it's like, nope, you get to drive a fucking hatchback. It's like, why, game? Why? And then me, stupidly, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do all of the Gauntlet races. Like, god damn it, we could have been done, like, what, 3 episodes ago? Actually, more than that. Could have been done a decent amount of time ago when we did the Horizon finale. Now you're stuck. I think I mentioned it in one of these videos, like, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I did the Storm Island, or not the Storm Island, the Horizon finale for the main game, and it's, after the second one, it's done. Like, there's no, oh, working your way for the Horizon finale and all that stuff. It's like, oh, yeah, you did the second Horizon finale, good job. I mean, to be fair, I think most of the reason is because of, like, story-wise, Jonathan, or whatever his real name is, because I never bothered to learn it, the dude that's always talking to you, he mentioned, oh, we're going on another road trip, and I'm gonna be with you, so I guess it kind of makes sense to go on another road trip, because then it's like, oh, facing him in the Horizon finale, even though you don't face him ever, because it's all actual gamer tags, so there's no reason for him to be in the cutscene at all. Not to mention he's always talking to you. He never even, like, pretends to be in a race. It's always like, oh, yeah, you did a good job. It's like, thanks, weren't you supposed to be here? But I'm kind of glad, though, that there's only those 2 Horizon finales. Because, first of all, it would have just gotten boring if there was multiple Horizon finales. I mean, there were multiple, but I mean, if there was, like, you know, 4, 5, 6 Horizon finales, it would have been like, alright. After the second one, it's like, alright, okay. That was fun. Don't give me another one. If I would have had to do like 6, that would have been like, oh, no. I mean, I already don't play this game as much as I should if I really want to get 100% completion. It's just, the game, it's fun until it's not. It's fun, but then it gets so goddamn repetitive. It's just, god damn it. It's just so repetitive. Because, see, Forza Horizon 1, I'm hoping they fix it in Forza Horizon 3. Because they got it pretty much right in Forza Horizon 1. You unlock different races as you progressed, and they each had their own rules. Like, this one had Class B, this one had Class A, this one you had to do a Japanese car, this one you had to do that. It made it a lot more interesting because every race was different. It didn't feel like you're just, oh, well, let's go here, do 4 races, go here, do 4 races, go here, do 4 races. It was all different. It was a lot more interesting, and I really need to go back and play that because I never actually finished that game. I need to go back and play that. Part of me, what I want to do, I want to restart the game. The thing that I'm scared about is that it's going to be like Need for Speed Most Wanted, which a lot of people, like a few people have been asking. They're like, oh, play Need for Speed Most Wanted, play Need for Speed Most Wanted. It's like, no. If any of you saw my one-off video of that, when I was originally going to play Need for Speed Most Wanted as a series, and it fucking doesn't reset anything. It doesn't reset a goddamn thing. Like, if you delete your game progress, you know, you don't have to do the storyline progress, but your bounty and everything's the same, so you can just go and face any of the most wanted people that you won. It's like, why? I reset my progress. Why? It's one thing if you want to have, like, separate progress for multiplayer that you can't reset, but why the fuck does it affect my multiplayer, or my single-player progress? So I'm hoping that Forza Horizon doesn't do something like that, where it's like, oh, you reset your progress, but you're still this level. Assuming since, in this, it wouldn't be an issue, but since level's so, like, connected to the story in the first one, I would assume it would reset it properly. But to be fair, I thought Need for Speed Most Wanted would reset the stuff properly. It did not. See, everyone asking Need for Speed Most Wanted, if I play Need for Speed Most Wanted, I guarantee it's not gonna be the 2012 one. It's gonna be the one that was on PlayStation 2, the freaking awesome one. That entire series, I never played Need for Speed Underground 1, but Underground 2, Most Wanted, and Carbon were amazing games. And they were all connected, like, storyline-wise. I mean, Underground 2 and Most Wanted were kind of, like, loosely connected. And even Most Wanted and Carbon, because they're connected, as in you're the same character. It definitely points out that you're the same character, and that the cop from Most Wanted is in Carbon. Not as a cop, but he's there. So it's like, it's one of those, they're connected, but to be fair, it's also a racing game, so there's not going to be any story behind it. So, as much as you can say they're connected based on story, they're connected. But, anyway, what am I saying? Oh, right, Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 sucks. Need for Speed Most Wanted from before 2012, the good one from PlayStation 2, that one was awesome. That one I might play. That one, if I get a copy of it, I know there's a PlayStation 2 copy of it that's at my parents' house. I could borrow that and do it, but, or I could just get it myself. I know Carbon was released for 360. I may or may not have a working copy of that. My friend had 2 copies of it, just under his bed. Like, when he moved into the apartment complex, we went to his mom's house in New Jersey and was, like, you know, cleaning all the stuff out of his room. And he had so many, like, old games. Well, he didn't really have a lot of old games. He had a lot of, almost, I guess, what could have been old games. But he had 2 copies of Need for Speed Carbon. No idea why he had 2 copies. One of them didn't work, even remotely. It was so scratched up. It was, because he's the kind, I never understood this with people. The kind that get the game and immediately take it out of the case. And just never have it in the case. Like, fucking why? I mean, there's the argument that it takes up less space if it's not in the case, and I know that rhymed. I was not intending that. I wish I didn't point that out either. But that, you know, it takes up less space, but he like had it out of the cases, but didn't even have it really protected well. Like, he had one of those things where it's like, oh, you can stick the CDs in and, you know, kind of protects them, but even that, he didn't have the discs in that, most of them. He had one of those, but most of the discs weren't even remotely there. I don't know where that is. Like, he gave me the thing. I have a copy. I do have a copy of Need for Speed Carbon somewhere for 360. It may or may not work. Either way, I would kind of... Need for Speed Underground and Underground 2 I can skip. Underground 2 was fun, but I can skip it if I go right to Most Wanted. But I would really want to get a copy. I don't think... I gotta look that up now. Oh, fucking hell. Oops. Oops. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I can fix this. I can fix this. Did it at least save that video? It did. Okay. We're good. Oops. I went to click on Google Chrome. Went to open up a Google Chrome window. Went a little too far to the left and ended up on my other monitor. Clicked the close button for the webcam software. So, ignore all that. I'll look that up after this race, but I don't think it ever came out for 360. I think it was just PlayStation 2, actually. If there's like a PC version, I would get that, just because convenience, and because well, no, convenience. That's pretty much the only reason, but... Well, assume it's like a digital download version. That's the key. If it's on PC, but I have to actually find the physical copy, I might as well just get the PlayStation 2 version. There's so many racing games I would kind of possibly want to play on this channel, but at the same time, I don't want to, just because, first of all, I already don't understand why racing games are so popular on this channel, but I don't want to give, as strange as it sounds, I don't want to give more of a reason for them to become popular. I know it sounds weird. The way I said it was exactly wrong, even though I realized it was exactly wrong and then just kept saying it. What I mean is, I definitely don't want to... I don't want to do like 2 or 3 racing series at the same time, because then it kind of... I feel like it would kind of drown out every other series that I have going. So... to be fair, every series is kind of different. Like, it could be for any, like, different people. Yeah, they're all me. I'm the one doing the commentary, but, you know, I have racing games, so for people that like racing games, you know, have, like, Elder Scrolls for people that like the old Elder Scrolls games. Well, old right now, but for some reason. I don't know why you'd like the old Elder Scrolls games. I definitely don't. My voice cracked a little bit there. You know, I have the one-off videos for people that don't want to invest themselves into a series. What else do I have? Minecraft. For, you know, because why not? Mostly because I wanted an excuse to play more Minecraft and get achievements, and now I committed to a series that it's like, holy crap, this is going to take way longer than it should. Also, I have a few games lined up, but I need to figure out what I'm actually going to replace this with. Because, like I just said, I don't want to replace it with another racing game. Because I kind of want to finish Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, even though it's going to take a while. I want to finish Need for Speed Hot Pursuit before I get to another racing game. Because I basically don't want to just... I don't want to oversaturate racing games, and also, it does get... Even though they're 2 completely different racing games, it does get a little boring when it's, oh, I have to record a racing game. Okay, I'm done with that. Now I have to record another racing game. It does get a little boring. See, I'm the kind... There's people that could sit and play one genre. Like, they'll do just first-person shooters, or they'll do... Or even the people that do just Counter-Strike, just Dota, just, you know... Like, the people that are willing to do pro and all that, be pro and all that stuff. It's like, I can't do that. Like, as you can see, I have so much... I can sit and play one game for a while. For, like, a week or two. After that, it's like, okay, I need to play something completely not this. Like, right now, I play Bully a ton. I still take breaks, and I've been playing Shantae on my 3DS. Like, the Game Boy Color one, because it had the Virtual Console thing. Just because I never played any of the Shantae games, and I wanted to play from the beginning. I wanted to play the first one, then I'll play the second one, then I'll play the third one, and then, you know, chronologically. Chrono order. I don't know. So, like a typical Forza game, have not talked about the game itself whatsoever. Maybe a little bit in the beginning, but, other than that, so, Need for Speed, not Hot Pursuit, Most Wanted, 2005 one, because 2005, for the win. It was on Microsoft Windows, but I doubt it's for, like, digital download. I'm assuming... Oh, it did come out on 360. It came out on 360... Actually, it came out... I was gonna say, it came out on 360 way later. It only came out, like, a week later. It was one of those where it was released on Xbox and 360, and then released on PlayStation 3 way later, because I think that was, like, the year before PlayStation 3 came out. Don't quote me on that, because I'm not sure. I just remember Xbox 360 came out, like, a year or so before that and Wii. Oh, is that digital download? Either way, I'm gonna get it on 360 because fucking achievements, and because it's also gonna be in 720p as opposed to being in, like, 480p, changed into 720p, and stretched. Yeah, I'd rather do one that's native 720. It'll just look 10 times better, if not 20. Okay, where am I? I'm in first. I don't know. I know I was pretty far. I know I was like 12 points ahead after the second race, so I'm definitely more than that now. But I don't know. I really don't know what position I need to get. Oh, I was gonna say, hey, he's in this race. He's right up there. But I have no idea what position I need to get. I'm gonna assume it's not first. I mean, I can get first, but I'm assuming I don't need first. Oh, slight obstacles. This is what? Was that the brawl? Was that the Boulder Dash or whatever it was called? I know the brawl's one of them, but I can't remember whether the brawl was the one where he's like, okay, a brawl is a race with obstacles. I'm paraphrasing, of course. He said it in a much better sounding, but also much more bullshit way. So I can't remember whether this is a brawl. I know one of the ones I looked at was a brawl. I don't know if all of them were. All of them had obstacles, so if that was the brawl, and we're good. Was it a Gauntlet? No, the Gauntlet is the actual, like, race that I'm aiming towards. Is the Gauntlet next episode? Like, is this the last tournament before the Gauntlet? I don't think it is. I think I need one more after this. I mean, shit, we'll find out. If I do unlock the Gauntlet, I think I'm just gonna finish it this episode, because this is the last race for this one, so... And I'm about to finish it, and I have, like, 5-6 minutes left before 30 minutes. Might as well at least... I might as well go for it and end the series here. Or, I could not end this series because I don't have planned what I want to do next. Because I think I'm... See, the thing is, I could do... One game I want to do, one game series actually, is Spyro. That's one that I could do. But the thing is, first of all, I definitely would want to commit to at least 3 games. because I'd want to do Spyro 1, Spyro 2, and Spyro 3 at the very least. Maybe Enter the Dragonfly and a Hero's Tale. I think that was the 5th one that was released on like consoles that was actually like a Spyro game. It wasn't, cause yeah, I don't remember. I don't think they released any on consoles that were like not main series games, but they released a lot on handheld. Oh, excuse me. And then Hero's Tale, I think, was one of the... I think that was the name of it. I know that was a game. I don't know if that's the game I'm thinking of, but... Then they quit that. Or no, not quit that. What am I saying? Oh, they, Then... I think that's when they went to Legend of Spyro, like, not too long after that, which was when it went way downhill. Then it went to Skylanders, which made it worse, but to be fair, it makes a lot of money. Because kids just like, oh, I need this Skylander, I need this Skylander. It's like, no, shut the fuck up and play a different game. To be fair, my roommate's like that with amiibos. Or he was. He hasn't bought any for like months. But right when we moved in, he started... We went to GameStop the one time. And I was looking for games. Like, I had specific games in mind that I wanted. Didn't find them. He walked out with like 2 amiibos. And then it just grew from there. So. This is going to be the last episode. Because I'm not going to leave a gauntlet for the next episode. It's going to be like a freaking 6-minute episode. There's no reason for that. I will up it to highly skilled. It's going to be a mistake, because that's going to take like 3 attempts. If this ended up being like a 50-minute episode, or a 50-minute video, then, this may be 2 parts. I may have cut it in the middle. Although, to be fair, I'm going to cut it in the middle. I'm going to be talking about not Forza before the game, and then be talking about not Forza after it, so... Oh, the dragon. Shut up. Go away. Spyro the Dragon series. Nope, not that one. Sure. There was Hero's Tale, and then there was a bunch more. There was Shadow Legacy. What is Shadow Legacy? Oh, that was DS, so no. Because that's... I can't record that. I could. I did think about it the one time. It was, I think, way before... Nintendo did their whole, oh, you're not monetizing our games unless we monetize them for you and then give you a cut of the profits. Are they still on that? I think I assume they are. I assume they didn't just say, you know what, we changed our mind, we see the error of our ways, just play whatever you want. I'm assuming they are still on that, which is why I will never play a Nintendo game on the channel, because fuck that. Also because I don't... There's only like one Nintendo game that I've actually been like, oh, I would love to play this, do a quest 100% on this, but... And that's Kirby Air Ride, because Kirby Air Ride's fucking awesome. That is by far my favorite Nintendo game. Metroid Prime's up there, but Kirby Air Ride is just stupid fun. Especially if you get multiple people. But even alone, it's still fun. With multiple people, it's insanely fun. Okay, I need to not suck at that point. But... Okay, Hero's Tale was on PlayStation 2 and Xbox. That was before Xbox 360. That was only from 2004. I say only, that was 12 years ago. November 2004, so it's coming up on 12 years. Coming up on the 12-year anniversary of the 12-year anniversary of the death of Spyro the Dragon as a series. And I say I don't care if Spyro is one of the main characters in Skylanders. I don't care if Spyro was... I don't even care if that Spyro was the main character in Legend of Spyro. I don't Spyro the Dragon, like the actual, like, original series, I consider that dead. I think everyone considers, like, Wikipedia is even like, okay, this Spyro, you know, was in three, like, it separates them into, like, three distinct, I don't know whether it wants to say, whether you say series or what, but, like, series or just eras. I don't know what you would really, I guess you could really more so call them eras, but I call them series because the gameplay drastically shifted, so I say they're completely different series. The gameplay shifted and the actual, like, names of the games changed, so it's like, and Skylanders, you don't even, like, there's nothing about Spyro anymore. I mean, I don't know about the game itself. Like, I've never played the game, so I don't know whether or not, I don't know whether or not whether or not, like, Spyro or any of the other characters are actually in those games anymore. I know he was in the original one, but I don't know about now. The main reason I've never played Skylanders is because one of two things would happen. Either I'd be just as, you know, just as, like, hateful and cynical about it as I am now, where it's like, why the fuck would I want to play that? I would have to go and buy these figures for insane amounts of money. I'd dump a ton of money just to get new characters and all that stuff. And fuck that, why do I want to do that? Or, even worse, I'd end up being one of those people that's like, okay, I need this character, let me go to, like, 50 million stores to find this character. Oh, I can't find him, let's find him online. Oh crap, it's this much money. Like, one of those two things would happen, and I don't... And one of them I don't want to happen, obviously the second one. And the first one, if that happens, it's kind of pointless for me to play the game, pointless for me to get and play the game if the first one's gonna happen, where I hate the game anyway. So it's like, there was no point for me to ever play it. Same thing with that Disney Infinity. Like, that actually kind of looked fun, and then it's like, oh, well... It actually kind of looked fun, and then it's like, oh, well, they have all these characters. They do basically the exact same thing. It's like they have all these characters you see if you go to, like, Best Buy, Toys R Us, anything. There's all these character models on the shelf. I just realized, did not change this to highly skilled. Guess it doesn't matter, because he's right the fuck behind me anyway. That was still insanely difficult for being on average. Woo! Gauntlet runner. That was loud. Win every Gauntlet event. No thanks. I'm done. I am done. Done. Go fuck yourself. Oh shit! I still have Spyro Hero's Tale, like, the page open for it, and all I see is Nasty Nork. I didn't realize he would be the enemy in that one. Apparently he was brought back to life. Didn't quite realize he was dead. But to be fair, I think he got crushed by a rock in the first one. Or am I thinking of Banjo-Kazooie? I mean, that did happen in Banjo-Kazooie, but did he get crushed by a rock? Who the hell knows? Maybe. Or was that Ripto? But Ripto didn't die. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna actually talk about this game for once in this series. That was Forza Horizon 2 Storm Island. I'm not gonna do any of the others as a series. I may... See, originally I was thinking I may do the Storm Island 100% on, like, stream. Like, stream it on Twitch. I don't think I'm gonna do that, because it's just gonna be a bunch of It's gonna be basically the same as the main game, and the reason I'm not streaming the main game is because it's just so repetitive. It's just, oh, here's a tournament. Here's another tournament. Here's another tournament. So I'm not... It just does not seem like something that would be fun for people to watch, let alone fun for me to, like, stream. let alone fun for me to play. And 100% wise, there's literally the bucket list items besides the tournaments. So I think this is gonna be it for Forza Horizon 2 on stream on a series. I may do multiplayer. That's the only thing I may do on stream, which then it would be posted here. But that's the only thing that I think I would consider doing from this. Because this game, after doing the main game, I felt fine afterwards. I was actually like, oh yeah, I actually want to play more of this game. After doing Storm Island, it's like, I am all Forza Horizon 2'd out. And I'm still not even close to 100%ing it. It's just, it's one of those, it gets so goddamn repetitive. I mentioned it so many times. I'm sounding so goddamn repetitive with how much I'm mentioning it, but it is. It's just, it's not near as good as Forza Horizon 1. It's not near as good. And I knew that from the beginning, like from the moment I first played this, I was like, yeah, this isn't as good as Forza Horizon 1, but it was still fun. After playing it for this long, though, it's just, it's brutal. I am gonna play Forza Horizon 3 when it comes out. Maybe not right when it comes out, but I am gonna play it not too long after it comes out. At the very least for a one-off video, and then decide there whether or not I'm going to want to make it a series. Because I've seen nothing about it, so I have no idea what to expect. I don't know whether it's gonna be good, or whether it's going to be complete crap. I genuinely have no idea. The rain's settling. Just thought you should know. But, yeah, I have no idea what game's going to replace this next week. There is going to be a game replacing this. It's just I have a few things. I talked about Spyro. That may be, Spyro Quest 100% may be one. I have another game that, sort of in the same vein of Spy Chameleon. It's like an indie game. I mean, gameplay-wise, it's nothing like Spy Chameleon, but it's sort of in that same vein where it's like an indie game that may or may not be a good series and may or may not be a good Quest 100%, so I may play that next week just as a trial. And then that might be the next series. There's also Serious Sam was another one that I talked about in my Serious Sam Double D XXL video this week. Serious Sam and Tomb Raider, but those might be better suited for stream, so I may hold off on those. I don't know. There's so many possibilities, and I have a week to figure it out. Yay! But anyway, for now, I am going to end this episode and this series here, and I'm surprised this episode did not take like 45 minutes. To be fair, if I changed to highly skilled, I'd probably still be playing this for another half hour. But, anyway. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm assuming that's never been how Forza Horizon worked. The trees. Now that has always been how Forza Horizon worked. God damn it. First race. Immediately hit a tree. That just sums up my Forza Horizon, like, oh, God. Oh! Okay.